Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Snorkel Beach at John Pennekamp State Park in the Florida Keys. Now, I am obviously not at John Pennekamp State Park right now, and that is because I did not film a good intro or outro on location, and I am sorry about that, and we'll work on doing that in the future. But we're gonna get underwater and see if it's worth it, and let you guys know. Hope you enjoy. John Pennekamp State Park is located on Key Largo in the upper Florida Keys. It's actually a fairly large state park spanning both land and underwater environments. However, in this video, I'm only going to be referring to the small buoyed snorkel area at Cannon Beach. This is what the beach entry looks like from the parking lot. After diving in, it's easy to see that the water visibility is decent around the edges. It's a little greenish, but that's not a big deal. There are a few fish hanging out, like this young schoolmaster snapper. Check out those yellow fins. Here we have a very small but still beautiful little seagrass bed. These ecosystems are critical habitat for so many species in the Keys. So many animals live in these underwater grasslands and either eat the grasses themselves or the other animals that live in them. Up above the seagrass, there was this huge school of tiny emerald fish. I couldn't get close enough to ID them, but it was awesome seeing them swim through the morning sunbeams. Out near the buoys, there are quite a few cormorants hanging out. These are diving birds that hunt fish underwater. If you're lucky, you can catch a glimpse of them diving with ease through the water, but this morning they were mostly just hanging out on the surface. I swam out to the deepest part of the swim area and the visibility dropped significantly. It drops off pretty good here, maybe about 30 plus feet deep. It's pretty murky and I didn't try very hard to reach the bottom. I have seen a group of tarpon here before, but didn't see any today. It's definitely a treat though to see a 4-foot fish underwater, so if you visit, keep an eye out for them. There are a few coral heads here and there. I noticed a few pieces that were still white left over from the bleaching event in summer of 2023. It's a neat observation, but obviously it's very sad to see as climate change is beginning to severely impact our reefs, especially in the Keys. I also spotted a couple of blue crabs hanging out in the shallows. They didn't stick around for long, however, and quickly swam off. To finish up the snorkel, I headed over to a small section of mangroves that overlapped with the swim area. Mangroves are considered nursery grounds for a multitude of marine life, and that was quickly apparent as I saw a ton of fish hanging out underneath the prop roots. I think most of them were blue-striped drum and a few species of snapper, but I'm not entirely sure. Word of warning, you might want to be careful to not touch the prop roots when you're snorkeling. I brushed up against them with my back and it felt numb, tingly for the next day. Nothing serious, but apparently some small stinging sea life lives on the roots. But it was beautiful to see underwater either way. As I headed back to shore, I came across probably the most noteworthy fish of the dive, a young barracuda. All in all, not bad for just 45 minutes of snorkeling. Alrighty, so John Pennekamp, is it worth it? I would say it's worth it, but I've personally never regretted snorkeling anywhere, so I'd say that about most places. I'd give it a 5 out of 10, which I think is fair. There's definitely some better places to snorkel, but as far as ease of access goes and a great introduction to the Upper Keys ecosystem, it's pretty hard to beat. So I'd say it's worth checking out if you've got a little bit of time and you're in the area. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next video.